Today we got a fight for the ages. Thor and Hulk are taking on Superman and Wonder Woman. Who wins? Well, let's find out. Now, Thor is the Asgardian god of thunder and the son of Odin, the all-father of Asgard, and the elder earth goddess Gaia. Combining the power of both worlds, Thor is arguably the greatest and mightiest defender of both. Armed with his powerful enchanted Uru hammer Mjolnir, Thor is the mightiest warrior of Asgard, a founding member of the Avengers, and one of the strongest, most powerful beings on Earth. Thor is the strongest of the Asgardian gods, and his strength is considered to be incalculable and doesn't really have an upper limit. His strength is comparable to Hulk and Hercules. He can destroy entire planets with the force of his blows, and he's lifted the Midgard serpent, which was larger and weighed much more than the Earth. Thor is one of the most durable heroes in the Marvel Universe, and has been able to withstand attacks from Hulk, planet-shattering blows, and energy blasts from Celestials and Odin. So yeah, he's pretty durable. Thor is able to go for extended periods of time without food, water, and sleep, and one time fought the Frost Giants for 9 months straight. He is one of the most trained and experienced warriors in the Marvel Universe, and is actually a skilled hand-to-hand fighter, even though he tends to use a brawling technique. He's also a highly skilled weapons expert, with the most notable weapon being Mjolnir. Now, besides the obvious fact that the hammer can be used to hit stuff and even destroy mountains and planets, Mjolnir has a ton of abilities. Thor can control the weather, even affecting it on a planetary scale, and unleash electrical storms, hurricane winds, tornadoes, tidal waves, blizzards, and earthquakes. He's even done some out-of-the-box things too, like when he made it rain fire. While Thor doesn't have the innate ability to fly, if he swings Mjolnir at faster than light speeds, he's then able to fly. Thor can manipulate matter on a vast scale, and has the ability to transmute elements. He's able to turn intangible and invisible, and Mjolnir is also able to create nearly impenetrable force fields. He's able to absorb and project energy blasts with Mjolnir, and he doesn't even have to wait for an opponent to shoot a blast of energy, but he can absorb it directly from their body. One of Thor's most powerful attacks is the God Blast, which killed the Midgard serpent and injured Galactus. He also has the Anti-Force, which is unbelievably powerful and took out an entire battle of barbarians in one blast. And then on Thor's team, we also have the Hulk. After being bombarded with a massive dose of gamma radiation while saving a young man's life during the testing in the experimental bomb, Dr. Robert Bruce Banner was transformed into the Incredible Hulk, a green behemoth who is the living personification of rage and pure physical strength. Now, Hulk is physically one of the strongest beings in the Marvel Universe, and has done some truly incredible things throughout the years. He supported a 150 billion ton mountain range, matched 2 Avengers teams for a while, overpowered Thor on multiple occasions, pushed spears of matter and antimatter apart, held the tectonic plates of a planet together, which would mean that he essentially held the planet together as well, since all tectonic plates kind of interlock like a puzzle, destroyed an asteroid twice the size of Earth in one punch, destroyed planets and moons in the Dark Dimension, crushed adamantium in his bare hands, and destroyed Nightmare's realm with his sheer power alone. The thing is, all of these feats are nowhere near Hulk's limits, because the thing is, Hulk has no limits. Hulk's strength is tied into his emotions, and more specifically his rage, which leads to the saying that the angrier Hulk gets, the stronger he gets. Hulk also has impressive superhuman speed, despite his immense size. He can run up to 300 miles per hour, can catch fighter jets and missiles with his bare hands, and his punches can exceed the speed of sound, as evidenced by the air shockwaves that he produced. Hulk is also able to jump so fast and high that he can reach orbit, and he usually travels by jumping, because once he reaches a certain level of strength, he can't run, because the ground breaks apart underneath him. Then Hulk also has superhuman durability. He is able to resist a ground zero explosion, Human Torch's Nova Blast, planet-shattering impacts, and a blast from Galactus. But it is possible to damage the Hulk. But he has the greatest healing factor in the Marvel Universe, and can recover and heal from literally any injury. And then in the other corner of Superman and Wonder Woman. Rocketed to Earth as an infant from the doomed planet Krypton, Kal-El was adopted by the loving Kent family and raised in America's heartland as Clark Kent. Using his immense solar-fueled powers, he became Superman to defend mankind against all manner of threats while championing truth, justice, and the American way. Superman is arguably the strongest hero in the DC universe and has performed some truly incredible feats of strength, even helping to move the entire Earth before alongside Wonder Woman and Martian Manhunter. He's also held a miniature black hole in his hands, destroyed a moon, although he was knocked out by the force of the blast, and has beaten down Darkseid and Doomsday. Superman has the ability to move faster than light speeds, and his top speed hasn't even really been calculated. But it is generally assumed that he is slower than the Flash. He's able to land hundreds of strikes in just a few seconds, and his mind is just as fast too, allowing him to process and understand vast amounts of information almost instantaneously. Superman is one of the most durable beings in existence, able to withstand bullets, missiles, bombs, and other man-made weapons without a scratch. In fact, you're more likely to hurt yourself by punching the Man of Steel than actually hurting him. However, it's not impossible to injure Clark. Characters with super strength like Mongol, Despero, and Doomsday have all injured Kal before, and he's also been hurt by powerful energy attacks. Superman has limitless stamina, as long as he's exposed to the yellow sun radiation, and his body also emits a gravitational field that enables him to defy gravity and fly at faster than light speeds. Kal-El has the ability to suck in large amounts of air into his lungs, and then create strong gusts of wind with it. He's even able to control the temperature with which he expels this wind, which results in his freeze breath. Superman also has the ability to convert stored solar energy into beams of thermal energy that can reach a temperature comparable to stars. He is a capable fighter and has a knowledge of boxing, brawling, and pressure points, but he's by no means an expert fighter, instead relying on his incredible powers to win the fight. And then on the same team we also have Wonder Woman, the princess of the Amazons. Armed with the powers of a god, Wonder Woman is one of the Earth's most powerful defenders of peace and equality, and a member of the Justice League. She is often considered an archetype for the comic book superheroine. She stands for love, peace, and above all else, truth. Wonder Woman's powers are a result of a blessing from the gods, and she is one of the most powerful superheroes in the DC universe. Her super strength is comparable to the Earth itself, and she's on the same level as Superman and Shazam. She's been able to help move the Earth alongside Clark and Martian Manhunter, and with the launch of the New 52, when Diana removes her bracelets, her strength greatly increases, and she goes into a berserker rage. Wonder Woman's top speed has never been documented, but she is faster than half the speed of light, and is able to keep up with characters like Jesse Quick. However, because of Diana's years of combat training, her reflexes even surprise the likes of Superman. She has an insane level of durability and can resist thermonuclear explosions, hellfire, Superman's heat vision, and has withstood attacks from the Man of Steel and even gods. She can fly at hypersonic speeds, doesn't grow tired, and has incredibly enhanced senses. She has been granted a degree of wisdom by the goddess Athena, which greatly helps with her tactical ability, and she is among the smartest and wisest members of the Justice League. Wonder Woman is a master of armed and unarmed combat, and is trained in a variety of different forms of martial arts. In fact, Batman considered her to be the greatest melee fighter on the planet, even putting her above Superman thanks to the extent of her training and her powers. Wonder Woman was gifted with the lasso of truth, which was forged by the Greek god Hephaestus and is unbreakable and forces people to tell the truth. She also has the bracelets of victory, which are a pair of indestructible steel cuffs that are forged from the remains of Zeus' shield. Wonder Woman can use her reflexes to deflect projectiles, blades, punches, and even Darkseid's Omega beams. When Diana crosses them to protect her, the bracelets generate an energy shield, and they can protect her from large explosions and collisions. She's also learned how to emit a devastating lightning attack thanks to the bracelet's connection to Zeus. Wonder Woman also has a magical sword that's used specifically against people with invulnerability. because invulnerability generally doesn't work against magical items. So who wins? Well, let's break it down. Now I'll tell you, there are a whole lot of things to consider in this matchup. Strength, speed, durability, fighting skills, any additional powers, and just how the two work as a team. A lot of different factors are going to play into who wins. Now, who is the strongest out of these four is really up for debate. However, it's safe to say that Wonder Woman is the weakest. Superman, Thor, and Hulk have all moved or destroyed planets before by themselves, while Diana's greatest strength feat is hoping to move the Earth alongside Superman and Martian Manhunter, so just 1/3 of the planet. She is at a level slightly below the other three in terms of raw strength, but Wonder Woman has been able to match and defeat Superman, so that doesn't rule her out or make her the weak link at all. With speed, though, that is really where Wonder Woman and Superman take the clear advantage. Clark is the fastest one out of everyone here in terms of pure speed, but I would actually argue that Diana is the fastest one in combat. She's had centuries of combat training and experiments, and her reflexes are so honed that they even surprise Cal. Like, look at it this way. Who's faster, Usain Bolt or Bruce Lee? Well, the answer is it depends on the context. In a fight, Bruce Lee would be faster. Exact same situation here. And on the other team, Thor and Hulk, they just can't match up. Hulk has been able to dodge Mjolnir before, and Thor can throw the hammer at faster than light speeds, but on average, he really relies a lot on his durability and takes a lot of punches in a fight. And then Spider-Man and Iron Man, even Captain America, have been able to jump and dodge all around the Green Goliath, so Diana and Clark will be able to as well. However, we have recently seen Hulk being much, much faster while traveling, so that might be something to take into consideration. And while Thor is able to move at faster than light speed, that's usually reserved for just when he travels from point A to point B. He rarely utilizes this speed while he's actually in a fight. But when he does use his speed, he shouldn't be underestimated. Like Thor's managed to tag both a speeding Hyperion and Silver Surfer. Guys are able to easily go faster than the speed of light. Then, like we already said, he can also throw Mjolnir at faster than light speeds. However, on average, the Marvel team is considerably slower than DC. Now, all these heroes are obviously very durable, but I would say that Hulk and Wonder Woman on the bottom rung in this category. Superman has survived the collision of Apocalypse and New Genesis, and survived a Red Sun Eater's detonation that was said to be 50 times the size of the Kepler supernova. And keep in mind, Clark is weak to Red Sun radiation. Thor has tanked a bomb that blew up a small solar system and withstood a blast from 3 Celestials and just kept on going. And while Diana has survived a black hole, and Hulk is taking punches from gods, they just aren't really on the same level as the other two. However, we do need to take Hulk's healing factor into account. The guy is one of the greatest healing factors in the Marvel Universe, and has quickly been able to regenerate bones, vital organs like his brain and heart, and even regenerated 90% of his body. With fighting skill, it's pretty clear that Wonder Woman is the best one here. She has centuries of combat training, and Batman even considers her to be the greatest melee fighter on the planet because of the combination of her powers and skills. That is a huge advantage in DC's corner because nobody else really has any considerable skill. Thor does have centuries of fighting experience as well. The problem is, he doesn't use it. Instead, he tends to rely on more brawling techniques, and that is what he's going to be doing in this fight. Superman has some knowledge in boxing and pressure points, but he's like Thor in that he tends to brawl. Then the Hulk isn't that bright, and while he's powerful, he's not a technical fighter at all. And then Hulk doesn't have any additional powers besides pure brute strength. The other three can all fly and have a lot more powers, especially Thor with Mjolnir. We're talking weather control, energy absorption, matter manipulation, the God Blast, and that's just scratching the surface. Finally, Diana and Cal are much better teammates and work a whole lot better in a fight. They've been teammates for years, know each other intimately well, and know what the other person will do in a certain situation. Not really true for Thor and Hulk. While they've been on the same team at 4 years, It's difficult to have great chemistry with the Hulk because you never really know exactly what he's going to do. So how do I see this fight playing out? Well, there are a whole lot of things to consider. Superman is susceptible to magical attacks, like Thor's lightning. However, Wonder Woman has her magical sword that can injure the Hulk, since magic usually counters invulnerability. Superman's heat vision won't do anything to either of them, since Thor can sit in the heart of the sun, and Hulk has been unfazed by Gladiator and Hyperion's heat vision. But what I really think this fight comes down to is Superman's and Wonder Woman's superior speed, teamwork, the fact that both of them can fly, and Diana's fighting skill. Hulk is effectively grounded throughout this fight, because while he can jump into orbit, he can't maneuver in the air like the others. The two DC heroes also definitely have the speed and reflexes to dodge the Hulk if he lunges at them in the air. They can pretty much double team Thor in the sky if they wanted to, and while the God of Thunder is able to take on both of them on his own, combined, they're just too much. From there, they can take down the Hulk. Thor and Hulk are also going to be a lot more self-sufficient, and while they'll land some double teams, not to the same effect or amount as Superman and Wonder Woman. But I've been going on for a while now, so I'm just going to sum it up with Clark and Diana win this one, even though Thor and Hulk put up a great fight, especially Thor. But what do y'all think? I would love to hear your thoughts, so sound off in the comments down below. Also, be sure to subscribe button. More videos just like this one every single day. I'll see y'all next time.